What is going on YouTube land? I am Chris Catalunya. Before we get into today's shoe review today, go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And I keep harping on this. Once we hit that 8,000 subscriber mark here on this channel, I plan to host a giveaway in which I'm giving away like a Supreme balaclava, a face mask in a black, a Supreme Cat in the Hat tee in white and medium, and I have 3 bait magazines that contain accessories with them. So you have one that has the wallet, one that has the kids bag, and another one with a sling bag. So if you want to win one of these prizes, just subscribe to the channel and follow the Instagram, Chris Catalunya, with that underscore at the end. So today's video wouldn't be possible without the help of a local shoe boutique called Kicking It ATX. They are located in the Domain. If you ever stop in Austin, definitely check them out. I definitely think they're gonna have stuff during South by Southwest. So if you come in here to Austin during that time, be sure to check them out. They just have a lot of good product. They have a lot of new releases. They have like these in-store signing events. I think Marquise Goodwin is coming in this weekend. This is the dude from the 49ers. A couple weeks ago we had Earl Thomas, which is just crazy. But yeah, just come through the shop and give them support. Their social media is linked down below. Again, Kicking It has given me the opportunity to review this shoe, the Nike Zoom Rookie Galaxy, which releases on February 22nd of this year, 2019. This shoe is part of the Penny Hardaway universe. You can even call this shoe like the cousin or the sibling of the Foamposite. A lot of people are talking about this shoe on YouTube, on Twitter, etc. because this shoe is actually a re-release from a model in 2012 and it looks almost the same. 7 years ago, this shoe was receiving a lot of hype, so it only makes sense to start releasing these now when Foamposites are coming back into style. What better time than now? Right now is the time to make these retro shoes and capitalize on the market. I don't know why, but we're just going back in time and we're just enjoying things that we didn't enjoy back then at that time. It's kind of crazy. Now, the reason why I think a lot of people are attracted to this shoe is because a lot of people do like Penny Hardaway, but at the same time don't like Foamposites. Disclaimer, I don't like Foamposites. And by that I mean the shoe model, not the actual material. This shoe, the Nike Zoom Rookie Galaxy, I think this is a good bridge or a good middle ground for those that are on the fence about Foamposites. My first impression of the shoe, my friend Taylor, he actually sent me an article that was talking about the shoe and its re-release, and I was actually like getting a little bit crazy, getting giddy like a kid. It was just something that I really wanted back then, but I just didn't have the means to copy it then. Reading the article he sent me and reading the different blogs, just comparing the 2012 model to this model, just reading the differences about them, I was falling in love again. I really love this shoe. I really love the yellows, the oranges that pop out on this shoe, the purple. I love that galaxy print that is going over, and just the make of the shoe in general. It looks pretty good. Of course, I was skeptical about the actual product at hand, so I went to Kicking It to check it out in person, and this is legit, y'all. This is fire. And if I can say, the quality control on this shoe looks pretty good. There's not like a lot of that glue protruding from the midsole, or what would be the midsole is more like the outsole that is coming onto the upper of the shoe. Well, anyways, there's not a lot of that glue going on. It looks like a really well-made shoe. The Nike Zoom Rookie Galaxy, this shoe is releasing this Friday, which is February 22nd of 2019. Definitely call your retailers to find out if they're gonna do first come, first serve, or a raffle system. And it's retailing at a price point of $220 USD, add a couple dollars for your taxes based on your location. Concerning resale, looking at GOAT, looking at Grail, looking at StockX, this is going for about $250 to about $300, but this is before the market even opens for this shoe, so these are just people that have the shoe in hand right now. So it might fluctuate just depending on release date. This is what your box looks like. It comes in that orange Nike box, your white letters right here with the white swoosh. On the front, you have your shoe label. On the side, Nike. On the side, Nike. And on the other side, Nike, which is a lot bigger than the ones that are on the other sides. And then you have your information concerning trademarking and all that stuff on the bottom of the box. Moving on to the specifics of the shoe, the upper is comprised of several different materials. Both the lateral and the medial look pretty similar. They attain similar characteristics, but the materials here used on this black area, this is done up in a nubuck suede material, and it actually feels pretty good to the touch. You can feel like the little hairs, but overall it is a smooth nubuck material. And what I like about this nubuck material is that it's very smooth and it's done up in one piece. So you're going from the back of the shoe, you're going up this peak, going down the valley, going up the peak, going towards the vamp of the shoe, which is also featuring that Nike logo right here, and it is embroidered onto the shoe. And then you go back up to the peak, go back down to the valley, up the collar, and to the back. So the seam is actually done up back here, which I really like. Consuming majority of the space on the upper is this Foamposite material that has the galaxy print going on. I like on this shoe how it's like darker towards the back and a little bit lighter towards the bottom or towards the outsole of the shoe. Actually, some of this like blue that's like seeping on from the outsole of the shoe is bleeding onto over here, which I really like. It's pretty cool. And this Foamposite is actually sectioned off in two, so you have the back and the front. So the front is actually starts at this arch area right here on the lateral side, and then it reaches towards the front, forming the toe box area, going around that vamp, makes a peak up, and then goes back down into this arch side on the medial side of this shoe. And on the medial side or the inside of the shoe, there are these lines right here that kind of resemble that Foamposite model. It's like a nod to its older brother. The second portion of this Foamposite material is on the heel, and it reaches from the collar, goes down to the outsole of the shoe, and reaches back up. And I like this galaxy print because it's dark over here, and then it gets lighter as you go up to the medial side collar. At the very back of the heel, you have these lines pressed into the shoe, and I really like that. It kind of reminds you of like thrusters on a spaceship, so falling into that galaxy theme, I really like these thrusters. Moving back to the lateral side of the shoe, featured on each section of that Foamposite material are these two pods, and they're done up in a rubber or a TPU material. Now, I think there is a sole collector or a sole something version of the shoe out there in which these pods are done up in a blue color, but I actually prefer this black better because they kind of remind me of asteroids. And taking a closer look at these pods, these circles do have different diameters. And on the medial side, there is a pod. It is featured right here. There is no pod right here because we have those Foamposite lines going. Now let's talk about the lacing system. So right here we have the vamp done up in a nubuck, and it runs all the way up, going up to the collar. And pressed into that nubuck are the eyelets to feed the laces through. The default laces are of a black color, a round shape, and of a nylon build. Behind those sets of laces is the tongue, which is padded. And what I like about this tongue is the fact that it is heavily layered with fabric. So you have your black base, and then you have your meshing material, which is done up in a gray color, so you can see that black like seep through those holes. Running through the center of the tongue from the vamp area to the top of the tongue, you'll see two different leather panels, but they're of the same color, which looks pretty cool. And there's actually embroidery going on top of the tongue. Getting to the top of the tongue, the base is done in that black nubuck leather material, and you'll see this logo right here. It is the Nike logo. It looks like a space patch or whatnot, and it has like a little hoop that says remove before flight, so you do remove it, and it reveals in Velcro like the Penny Hardaway 1 cent logo. This 1 cent logo looks to be done with glow in the dark thread, so you can put your eye over it and see that it glows. I don't think the camera can even see it though. Moving back to the back of the shoe, we see some of this red going on. On the sock liner right here, stitched on, is this red tab. Playing into that space theme, it says remove before flight, and then we have this tag that is attached to that hook or that loop saying the same thing, remove before flight, and it has the Nike logo or the space logo, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not too sure if this came with the 2012 model. Someone was saying that this was attached to the front of the shoe. When I opened my shoe, this was actually attached to the back. The inside lining of the shoe features several different materials. You have your meshing going on, and you have your nylon going on. In terms of padding, there's not a lot of padding on the lateral, on the medial, or the heel of the shoe. It's adequate, but it's nothing like memorable. Pulling the insoles out from the shoe, you'll see that it's done up in red fabric laid on top of a piece of thin gray foam. At the bottom towards the heels of the shoe, you'll see that it says number 1, which stands for Penny Hardaway's number, and then on this side it says rookie. The midsole is non-existent on the shoe, so we'll talk about those items protruding from the outsole onto where the midsole would be. So we have this carbon fiber right here at the arch area. As we move to the front, we have some of that gum or that icy blue that is reaching from the outsole and is going and forming some of those peaks and valleys going around the shoe. So we have the outsole. It's done in the icy blue color and of that gum material, so it does enable a lot of traction or stickiness when you're playing basketball or whatever sport on a wood court. Now what's different between this model and the 2012 model is the fact that this outsole is actually done up in gray on the 2012 model, and that 2012 model features the Penny Hardaway 1 cent logo right here. It seeps through that translucent gray material, but that is not the case right here, and I'm kind of sad, kind of upset that they didn't include that 1 cent logo right here. It just why not pay more homage to the man Penny Hardaway? So continuing on, we have that traction marking done up in a zigzag shape, and then right here we have those pods that you see on the lateral side of the shoe and the medial side of the shoe. They're resembled down here as well. So those asteroids are pods. You'll see the circles that are within them that have like those different diameters. So pretty cool homage or homage. Breaking through that ice, we have that carbon fiber plate right here, which is flexible and provides support to the arch area, and we have some of that carbon fiber seeping onto the midsole, or what would be the midsole of the shoe that we talked about earlier. In terms of sizing, I usually rock a size 8.5 or a 9 US. For this particular model, I did go with the 8.5, and I have a little space from the top of my toe to the top of the toe box, maybe a centimeter. In terms of comfort, the shoe does feel pretty comfortable. Again, being a Nike Zoom shoe, it's supposed to be employing that Nike Zoom Air unit. Now, whether that's just a heel unit or a full length Air unit, I don't know, because there is no midsole and you can't really see any technology from the bottom of the shoe. So I really don't know, and just have to take their word for it, or wait for the guy whoever saw stuff in half to saw this in half. My final thoughts on the Nike Zoom Rookie Galaxies. I really wanted this shoe back in 2012. I didn't have the means, but seeing this now in 2019 and having all of these updated features, the shoe looks pretty good. Seeing the Galaxy print on top of that Foamposite and seeing it pop, seeing like these little accents like this Velcro patch and then these hang tags and all this stuff is pretty cool. Oh, seeing this like glow in the dark Penny Hardaway logo right here, and even having the Outsole glow, all of these things are cool updates to the 2019 model. Seeing this shoe at the price point of $220 left me kind of upset. I usually don't want to spend more than $200 for shoes, but I think this is justified. The quality of the materials used on the shoe, they're definitely legit. Again, the only thing that I'm really upset at is that they didn't incorporate the 1 cent Penny Hardaway logo right here in that translucent material. It's not a big deal, but come on, pay the guy some respect. Alright guys, I think this is a good stopping point for this video. What do you think about the Nike Zoom Rookie Galaxy? Is this a good pickup, a bad pickup? Were you able to cop the pairs back in 2012? Let me know down in the comments below. Go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris.Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And again, once we hit that 8,000 subscriber mark here on this channel, I definitely want to do that giveaway. So subscribe. Alright guys, I am Chris.Catalunya, and we will check you next time. Cheers! Sige na!